everybody, welcome back to another video with Gem Mint Masters. I have another exciting PSA reveal for you here today. Like I said, I think on one of my last videos, these are kind of coming a lot at once. Not complaining one bit because I do want to get these back before football season well enough to be able to sell these and really capitalize on the preseason football hype. This is quite a mixed order with actually not as much football as the last few. There's only probably a handful of football cards in here. And I put my baseball prospecting hat back on and decided to try my hand at a few more Bowman Chrome Autos. And you'll see that I probably should have not done that. But this order turned out pretty well overall. But I think I learned my lesson. Just stick to what I'm good at and what I know, and stay away from those kind of little passion projects sometimes. But otherwise, like I said, I am happy with this order. There's a few big hitters in here that I'm really excited about. So let's go ahead and just get through these. We got some football, some basketball, and as I mentioned, some baseball. So let's go ahead. You probably saw that top card. So the first one here, Puka Nacua, 2023 Donruss Optic Orange. I've talked about this set a lot. A ton of good value in this set, but I personally, if I could give you any advice, stay away from any of the base or even the parallels and go for the numbered stuff. So this one in particular, 2 out of 249. The ceiling on, or the floor on these, I should say, is limited. The one thing I have noticed that can be a bit challenging with these is that there aren't a lot of comps out there. So when that happens, sometimes it might limit the ceiling of what you can sell these at. But I would hold strong because there's always going to be a limit on the number of these that are going to be out there. So the demand as it goes up will certainly be more on a card like this than like a Purple Shock or something like that. So the comp today might be quite different from the comp in a month or two. So I would just be mindful when you're trying to sell a card like this. Don't sell it short. So super excited about that one though. That's a nice optic orange. And as I mentioned before, that set does really well grading wise, and you can pick up the numbered stuff fairly cheaply. So I would go toward that, and I would, again, stay away from kind of the more like lower end parallels like the pink and the Purple Shock and stuff. All right, next one here. Wow, this was a really interesting card. I think I paid like $1 for this. I picked up a few Deebo Samuels. I think I paid $1 a piece on them, man. Deebo Samuel rookie hollow, $1. That's just mind-boggling to me. I don't understand it. Graded in PSA 10, these actually go for pretty well. But it's an older card. It's 2019. And as I've talked about before, anything pre-2020, it's going to be difficult to find good copies of it because, the thought is that these have all been cracked and either resubbed or sold raw. So, there aren't any, PSA 10 copies out there. But that's wrong because I found plenty of examples. But again, be careful what you do when you find these. Make sure you find a good one, and you're going to be good to go. And you're going to find some crazy bargains. So that is really cool. I like that one. This card here, gem rate on this is really high, and I ended up getting a 9 on this. This is a player we all know is kind of just right now. Anthony Richardson. I just love the look of these green velocities. I picked this up fairly cheaply. I was hoping for a 10 just to make a few bucks, but I just love the look of these, and I thought this could be a good one to gem and sell to somebody who still kind of believes in Anthony Richardson. But this one didn't do as well as we'd hoped, but again, I still love the look of that. I may sell this now. I may wait until right before the season. Maybe some hype will build around him. I'm not quite sure yet, but there we go. Anthony Richardson, PSA 9 on the green velocity. This next one here, I love the look of this card. We got a Spencer Rattler Optic Preview Green Pandora. Seeing the sales of this recently, I think I definitely overpaid because I bought this kind of right when it came out, but I thought it was such a cool card. This one in particular is numbered, you can see that, out of 25. Super low print on these. I think the pop is like 5. So there is some potential here. This one, I'm a little unsure of what to do because I think there isn't much hype around him right now. Derek Carr has retired from the Saints. I don't think they quite know who their quarterback is going to be. So I'm gonna think about this one a little bit. I think there could be some really good potential. If, let's say, he does become the starter, huge potential on a card, a low print like this. But even if I sold it now, I think I'm still in the black, so I may do that. I'm not 100% sure. All right, this next one, I'm gonna actually find the other ones because I have 4 of this one card, and I'm just gonna bring them all out. Save a little time here for everybody, and we'll do kind of, since the cost is the same and the value is the same, we'll do a kind of coordinate the thing here. All right, Marvin Harrison Jr. Optic Preview Red Wave. I've said that I've found a lot of success in these Red Wave parallels and these Optic Previews in general from 2024. Quality-wise, they've been great, and at one point in time, I think this is all that I picked up. I might have had 1 or 2 more. I'm not 100% sure. But I have 4 of these in this order. And as you can see, we did pretty well. We got a 10, a 10, a 10, and a 10. So we were 4 for 4 on the Marvin Harrison Jr. Optic Preview Red Waves. Not a crazy valuable card. However, there is definitely some value there. I think I paid like $10 a piece on those. I think you can get them even cheaper now. I think there's some potential. He's due for somewhat of a bounce back. He had started off the year pretty well, but then kind of cooled off and was overshadowed by guys like Malik Neighbors and Brian Thomas. So I think he's due for something this year. So I think that's a good guy to go after. I don't know if I have any more Marvin Harrisons, but I've got quite a few that I'll be selling leading up to the season. And I think, again, he's a good buy low candidate where you can go out and grade and get some value on the back end. So check out those Red Waves. There's going to be a ton of them out there. The gem rates are really high, as you saw. But I think, again, there is some value there. And again, when gem rates are really high, that means your odds of getting them should be high too. All right, now we're going to get on a little stretch of baseball. Actually, no, we're not. Just a few. But there are more. Bought this a while back for pretty cheap. This is a guy who is on the Major League roster right now. I thought this card looked perfect. I don't know how it got a 9, but Casey Schmidt, Blue Wave, Refractor. Who knows? This one could have been graded already. I'm not sure. But this was super cheap. I may just hold on to this one. Like I said, he is on the big league team, and he does play fairly regularly. This is a card at one point was going for quite a bit, but pretty cheap now. This was kind of part of my kind of whole prospecting little bubble that I had. But, it's hard because if you don't get your cards back in time, you're kind of missing your window to sell them. And I feel like I did with that one because leading up to the season when he made the roster, I think there was a lot more value there. Exact same scenario with this next guy, Curtis Mead. We have rookie autograph Topps Chrome Purple out of 250. Got a 9 on this one. This guy tore up spring training and made the roster no problem. But is not doing the same in the regular season as he did in the preseason. There was a ton of hype around him going into the season. But again, we're like 2.5, 3 months into the season now already. And I'm just getting this back. So would have loved to have this back sooner. Also would have loved to have it in a 10. I think I could have done pretty well on that, but we'll kind of think about that one. Baseball is a tough sport. That's kind of why I stay away from it. It's a tough one to get consistency around. But I still like to dabble every once in a while. All right. So everything outside of baseball, we're doing really well. We got a Donovan Mitchell Silver Prism rookie here. I already have one of these. He is one of my PC players. So this might be a card I try to trade or sell and get something else that I don't have. but this was a card I picked up for a pretty nice bargain, I thought. There's still a ton of value in this. They looked really good going into the postseason, fell short, but this might be one I'd be careful with too. I think there's still added value on this in the years to come, and this could be one that could continue to grow. But I love that card. That's such a good and I don't think the pop count is all that high, so I think there's some good potential there. All right, I got a bunch of baseball here. I want to just kind of look and see. I'm going to kind of move some of these to the top. All right, there we go. These next 5, all the same player, guy that I had high hopes for going into the season. And I have 5 of his Bowman Chrome autos here. He has kind of quieted down a bit lately, but I'll start with these 2 here. Peyton Williams, prospect in the Toronto Blue Jays system, AA. He's in their top 30. They call him the Iowa Meat Truck. Look it up, and you'll see why. He's a massive beast of a man. Hits a lot of home runs, or at least did, and he's kind of off to a slow start this year. But I've got 2 of the gold shimmer cards here. We got an 8 on one and a 9 on the other. I've graded some of these in the past, and I've gotten all 10s, and I did not do well on this one for Peyton Williams. So we got an 8 and a 9. Not a ton of value in an 8. 9 may be okay, but this may be one I hold on to. Like I said, again, I think this guy has a ton of potential, but he still has a ways to go. But people love Bowman. They love the gold, and sometimes they're willing to pay for it. So it might be something where I could get my money back. I'm just going to have to kind of check that out and see. All right, and the next one here, we have 2 of the true golds, and we got 9s on both of those. So did not do so great on our golds. We got 3 9s and an 8. Again, I think a 9 is a pretty good value. This is only out of 50. So there aren't a ton of these out there. People love the gold Bowman autos. So I'm going to have to think about what I want to do with those. But again, a fun card to go after. And if you can get these for pretty cheap, which I felt like I did, I'll probably still kind of do that every once in a while. All right, and then the last one here, got some good news. We got a 10 on one of them, and we got a 10 on the best one that I submitted. The orange shimmer out of 25. So this one is super cool. I've never had an orange of his. I think I've only subbed gold in the past, so this is a new one for me. I'm excited about the orange. Again, I may hold on to this. I think he's still got a ways to go to grow. But I'll kind of think about that. There may be some value in selling something like this now to kind of offset some of these other ones. Again, I got lucky, got the 10 on the best one, but that one is super cool. I love the orange and that. All right, one last baseball card, then we've got kind of probably our bigger ones to end us here. Another guy I had high hopes for has had probably the most down season that you could ever wish for. He was doing great going into last season and ended the season well, but Damiano Palmegiani, green shimmer refractor, got a 9 on this one. I have a 10 in this as well, but he's kind of come down quite a bit. Statistically, he's not looking good this year, but man, he's in the AAA team, not getting as much playing time. This is one I may just offload and kind of cut my losses. But at one point in time, the PSA 10 of this was doing over $100 with potential to grow even more. But that's a guy that I don't know. I think the jury's out on him at this point. He's come down a peg from last year, that is for sure. Yeah. All right, next one here. Like I said, we're going to close on kind of 3 of the better cards of the bunch. Lamar Jackson, Neon Green Pulsar 2018. I thought for sure this was getting a 10. This card looked amazing. This is an interesting story on this one too. I may resub this. I'm not really sure. Got this from a guy on eBay. Never showed up. Refunded me the money. And then finally it showed up like 2 weeks later. I messaged the guy. I thought this was such a cool card. Didn't want to leave him hanging. So I did end up paying for it again. Thought for sure this was getting a 10, but I got a 9. But as you'll see in the value here, there's still value in this one in a 9, actually making some money. Lamar is a PC guy for me. I really did want to keep this in my collection, but I would love a Gem 10 copy. So my thought is I'm either going to try again on this or just sell it and see if I can find another copy. But these are not easy to find at all. So that was a tough one, man. That was a kind of kick in the butt. I was really hoping for that one. Out of all the cards in Sorted, that was one of the ones I really wanted. So maybe I'll get them next time. But all right, last 2 cards. These are the same cards. Submitted 2 of these. Shai Gilgeous Alexander, perfect timing. Hopefully the Thunder are going to win the NBA Finals. It's going into a Game 7 now. Just got these back. I was hoping to have these back before then. I did end up just listing this one on a 1-day auction. It ended the night of Game 6. I was hoping they could close it out there, but I think I did all right on this one. I'm happy with it. I really would like a 10 in my collection to keep, so I went ahead and sold this one. I think the value is about as high as it's going to get with him right now. Even though they haven't won yet, the hype is starting to cool, which is interesting, but that's just kind of what happens. And then, all right, and then the last card here, same card, and we got a 10 on this one. So this is going to go in my personal collection. Not an easy card to gem, especially being as old as it is, 2018. I think I've probably sent 4 of these at this point. This is the first time I've gotten a 10, so really excited to have that one. Like I said, PC card for me. That one's going to go straight in there. And yeah, so overall, we ended with exactly 50% gem rate on this one. Minus the baseball, I would have been at like 75. But, you know, like I said, I think I made me learn my lesson on that. I probably didn't put as much time into looking at those because I've had such good success with Bowman in the past. Their quality control is usually very good. So, you know, maybe it kind of threw me off my game a little bit. But, you know, on the cards I really wanted to get, I got the SGA. We got the Donovan Mitchell Silver. And then I think there was another one in here that we really wanted to get. Well, I guess that, and then the Puka, some of the football stuff. So, but the SGA and the Donovan Mitchell, probably 2 of the biggest cards in here, I'm definitely excited about. So there we go. Another PSA reveal. Plenty more to come. Still a bunch of orders with PSA. But, you know, successful order. I'm happy with this one for sure. So thanks again for joining me. Keep an eye out for more videos to come. Drop a like, comments, subscribe, and we will see you guys later. Thanks.